Hi, you're listening to Two Dumb Babies, an animated current events podcast by two comedians who only read headlines. This week, two dumb babies pontificate on space. And not the kind that girl keeps asking you for.
We want to go to Mars. That's the plan, is to go to Mars. We're going to go terraform Mars.
Where you go to another planet and make it terrible, right?
Yeah, they're like, oh, all right, this place sucks now. Fully terraformed. This place is terrible. Look at all the shit we destroyed. There's even less water here than there was before.
Which was so little.
Terraformed.
I don't even like testing the newest iOS on iPhones. I'm not testing space travel first.
I remember my 5th grade teacher. She was like, hey, if you were to pack for a lifetime trip to Mars, what would you pack? And it was all stuff I'd totally regret bringing.
What'd you bring?
Like crayons and shit. Can you imagine how mad you'd be? If you pack for this lifetime trip, 10 years old, you get to Mars, you're 25. You're like, fuck me. I only brought Clifford the Big Red Dog and markers. This sucks.
Maybe someone else should have stepped in on this and decided.
Why did they let the 10-year-old plan for his lifetime trip to another planet? If you're going to Mars, what would you take to Mars?
I would take a separate rocket that would launch me back to Earth. If I'm going to die on a planet, I'd rather die on the one I know.
I'd take the train to anywhere but wherever this launch site is.
I would take a noose. Can you hang yourself in space?
A gun and a single bullet.
I'd take backup bullets. I don't know how shooting in space works.
Yeah, that gravity might fuck you up, dude. Wait, you mean I have to land on Mars before I can shoot myself? God damn it.
Elon Musk is both trying to fix Earth travel and space travel.
I know, he's digging tunnels at the same time going to space. You notice that he isn't getting ready to go to space. He's getting ready to go underground.
Yeah, because he is a supervillain.
Or he knows that space travel isn't going to work.
He's just going to put a bunch of people he doesn't like who are like interfering in his business on the ships and be like, you should go to Mars and get it started for us.
Hey, why does SpaceX get to launch a rocket over LA, but I get a ticket for parking outside my girlfriend's house? Richard Branson is starting a space travel company.
Didn't you fail at having an airline?
You failed at having a cell phone company.
Because I'm sending people to space now.
Like, how about you perfect your satellites first before you send people into space? Virgin Galactic.
That's not a good name.
How about call it like we've totally done this before, Galactic?
Yeah, been there. I'm super good at it. Galactic.
Definitely not the first time going into space, Galactic. Slut Galactic. There's $250,000 a person to go up with Virgin Galactic into space. It's $250,000 to burn up in a different atmosphere.
Yeah, if you want to go to space that bad, learn to be an astronaut or something.
It's going to be mostly tourists in space.
People still die on tram tours.
Duck boats account for like 40 deaths a year.
We haven't figured out how to float as an animal that floats.
It's shaped like a duck.
You know, a lot of people go on vacation to go die specifically. I mean, I know people die on vacation, but not on purpose.
Yeah, there's no, like, destination death thing.
Yeah, it was like it was the camps back in World War II.
You could take a scenic train ride to destination death.
You don't need to bring anything.
Yeah. We packed your clothes for you.
We got you new clothes, actually.
All expenses paid. There's not a lot of expenses. There's no food. I'd be a good space tourist. I would wear like Hawaiian shirts in space.
The space, that's probably the wrong attire.
Hey, I packed a sun hat. Is that enough?
Is the sun hat just the one with the big brims?
Yeah, it's a big brim.
Not an actual hat that protects you from the physical sun.
Well, I mean, you were worried about the sun, like the UV rays. I don't know if it protects you from like radiation, but
is there radiation out there?
I think there's a ton of radiation. I think it's pretty much all radiation.
That doesn't sound right. That's
why all the astronauts get cancer and die.
Is that what happened to all
radiation? Yeah, where's NASA been this whole time?
Besides being defunded and making water beds?
NASA's busy carpet bombing Afghani children for the military, probably. They're letting like a bunch of other private companies get in the way. Like they're like the bus of space, you know, like it's like the Hollywood tours of space. I mean, that's what they're going for more than anything else. Isn't this cool? Like, is this even a bus?
Yeah, we were the best bus at one time.
Yeah, we were kick ass. You should have seen this bus in the '60s, baby.
Like an old rock band on a reunion tour. Everyone's forgotten forgotten about.
I feel like Roger Daltrey is the head of NASA now. Who am I?
Yeah, that sounds like NASA's slogan right there. Just being forgotten about. They're like, but we had that moon landing.
Yeah, we did the moon landing.
Don't you remember?
The moon landing was NASA's Ice baby. How do you think the original moon landing went down? You think Buzz Aldrin was cool with being second?
You think you'd be okay with being second after flying all the way to the moon?
I'd be furious. I feel like Neil Armstrong was like, Neil Armstrong, first man on the moon. How's that sound, Buzz?
Shouldn't it be first men on the moon?
Well, there's only room for one of us to go through that door at a time, so technically, I'll be first. I'll be the first man on the moon.
But I'll be like right behind you, so we'll both be first.
Oh, totally. People will say we're the first man on the moon, but it'll be Neil Armstrong, first man on the moon, Buzz Aldrin, second man on the moon.
See, there you go with that second again. I just feel like we traveled all this way together.
One small step for man.
Are you writing something to say?
No. Just jotting down a thought. One giant leap for mankind.
That was something I said earlier.
Yeah, but that's going to sound really stupid coming from the second man on the moon.
Fuck you, Neil. How about I tell Houston how you cried the whole ride up here?
Oh, that's how it's going to be?
Yeah, that's how it's going to be.
Okay, Buzz. You can be the first at something. You can be the first guy to get his ass kicked on the moon.
You're going to fight me on the moon?
Yeah, I'm going to fight you on the moon, Buzz. Gloves off.
You can't take your gloves off.
Hey, guys, what about me?
Shut up, Michael.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Michael Collins.
Shut up, Michael. No one cares.
I forgot you were even here. I totally forgot.
How about we leave you on the moon?
You be the skeleton that they find on Apollo 12.
You could be the third and final person on the moon.
We'll leave you out there. Fly home without you.
No one will remember you.
You will never be remembered. Not like Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. And that was how the first moon landing happened. Thank you.
What'd they do after that? Have they done anything else? They just
I
got
know.
old?
What was their follow-up album?
You had the moon landing. What else?
Hey, any jackass can land on the moon once, okay? Space is just cool. It doesn't really help anything. Like, we've had the best minds in our planet working on space, like asking questions like, what color's that over there?
Or, is that hot?
Is this water? Is there rings around this? Like, who cares? Like, hey, my family's starving. It's like, yeah. But there's like 3 rings around this thing.
Why do we need to keep this going? Why
do we need to keep
just
going?
Leave it alone.
Let's call it a species, dog. Why do we need to leave the planet?
We did it. One species.
Remember the Renaissance? That was fun.
Genghis Khan? Huh?
Yeah, that was a cool little story arc.
The Inquisition. Okay, most of these are reasons we shouldn't do this again.
Yeah, on to the next thing, dude. Let's see how the fish people handle everything, all right? Well, I'm going to Mars. I'll be on the first train, the first airplane. What is it going to be?
Probably a rocket.
I'll be on the first rocket to Mars. 30 seconds to imminent death.
Yeah, be more accurate.
We're probably not going to land successfully. This is the first time we've done this. So. All right, well, I hope you drown in the endless vacuum of space. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, there's no cooler way to go.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening. You can follow the show at Two Dumb Babies on all social media. You can follow Eric at Eric J. Freedman and Willie at William F. Salmon. Please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel where we drop the animated episodes, behind the scenes, and additional content. New episodes drop every Monday. Please subscribe, rate, and leave a comment on the podcast. We'll see you all on another episode of Two Dumb Babies. Bye-bye, dummies.